Hello and welcome to another IELTS speaking video by Johnny. So in this video, class IELTS 37, actually only half of that class is here. They are doing their regular speaking practice. Okay, so we are here, and as you can see, the different background is just like I rearrange my table, my desk, my working desk. So that's why the background is different. Yes, this picture I drew it myself like 2 years ago. Okay, now let's do IELTS speaking part 1 now. Topic number 29. 29 is sky and stars. You know, this one is about space, which is one of the weird topic that people don't often have any idea about. So, someone send me to chat something? Okay. No, okay. Right, okay. So, Miss Kim in, please. Let's talk about sky and stars. So, do you like to look at the sky?
Yes, I look at the sky is one of my favorite.
Looking at the sky is one of my...
Yeah, looking at the sky is one of my favorite pastimes. Um, yeah, especially especially when um,
Yes.
when the sun rise and sunset.
When the sun rises and during sunset.
Yes, when the sun rise and during sunset.
Or when you can say when the sun rises or when the sun sets. Sets as a verb, you know. You can use set like a verb. When the sun sets or when the sun rises, you know.
Okay. When the sun
see.
rises or sunsets, the the sky is beautiful with many color um, uh,
Yes.
many color in it. So I really love that color. Yes.
Okay, so you love that moment when you look at this the sunset and sunrise, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. How about you, Mr. Yoon? Do you like to look at the sky?
Yes, I sometimes look at the sky to see sometimes to see the moon if it's shy or it's hidden by the cloud. It will predict in the next day which will rain or not.
Well, it will predict. You can be able to predict whether it will be raining on the next day or not. Well, it's true to some extent. Yes. Can you make it clearer? Can you explain it clearer?
Yeah, it's like if it's hidden by the cloud, it's going to
Hidden.
rain in next
Hidden. If it's
hidden.
hidden by the cloud, if the sun
It's
is
hidden
hidden
by
by the
the
cloud, yes.
it's hidden by the cloud. In the next day, it will rain because the cloud is so much and it's high the cloud, so that's why in the next day it will rain like for about 90% sure. And if it's really shy in the evening, it will happen. It's really sunny days in the next day because it's no
So
cloud
there will be
and there will be no
there will
cloud.
be. So something it would exist in the future. You say there will be. So there will be sunny weather on there. There will be sun on the next day. So the weather will be sunny on the next day. You can say that. The weather will be sunny on the next day. Or you can say there will be sunny weather on the next day. Alright, so Mr. Kim Mian, please, do you prefer the sky in the morning or the sky at night?
Um, Actually, I love the sky at night rather than the sky in the morning because in at night the sky is look really charming and um, mysti- mysterious.
Mysterious, yes.
Mysterious.
Very
Yes.
charming
Mysterious.
and mysterious. So this is a new word for today, mysterious. Bí ẩn,
Mysterious.
mysterious. Mysterious. Mysterious. Mysterious. It means like very secretive. Or there's a lot of secrets to be discovered. Có rất nhiều cái bí mật để được khám phá. It's mysterious. Yes.
Yes. And I'm in the habit of turn off my 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 đèn ở trong trong nhà gọi là cái gì đấy?
The lights
My
in my home. The lights in my home.
yes, I'm in the habit of turn off the light in my home to see the sky at night
Clearly.
more clearly.
More
Yeah,
clearly, I say.
more clearly. Yes.
I see. Now, so how about you, Mr. Yoon? Can you see the moon and stars at night where you live?
Oh, yes, me.
Yes. Can you see the moon and stars at night where you live?
Actually, I can see the moon sometimes really clear, but star is not because I'm in the city, so it's not. It's rarely have star. There
It
star in the
rarely
sky.
has star, are you sure? It
Okay,
rarely
there are
has
star in the
star.
sky.
There are rarely stars on the sky where I live. There are rarely stars in the sky where I
okay.
live. Or you can say there are very little or there are very few stars because stars are basically uncountable, right? Không đếm được. So you can say there are very few stars where I live. So, or you can say that we can barely see any stars in the sky. We can barely see any stars where I live. So I can see barely any stars where I live. Okay. Alright. So are there any good places to look at the sky where you live, Mr. Yu?
I don't know yet because I haven't gone somewhere outside my
You
cities.
haven't gone outside.
Somewhere like my cities, so I didn't know where the place I can saw the star clearly. That's quite sad, actually.
That's quite sad actually because you are living in the city and because of pollution it's difficult to see the sky.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes, I think so. Because I try, but I'm just sometimes see us uh us little star. Just
Just a little star, I see.
yes.
Sometimes when the sky is clear, you can see more stars, but that is quite rare these days, right?
Yeah.
Because of pollution, of course. All the dust, all the smoke, it just make it hard to see the sky at night. So, Miss Kim In, please, are there any good places to look at the sky where you live?
Yes, I think the place sorry, the place to look at the sky. Hmm? Yeah. A good place to look at the sky is the place that uh, there are no there are there are no any
There are no
um,
smoke, there are no
không
pollution, there are
có
no
có,
human,
có nghĩa
there are
là
no
không
buildings.
có cái nguồn, không có cái nguồn ánh sáng khác ấy.
Where there are no other sources, where there is no other sources. Sorry, where they are, because this is plural. Số nhiều. Where there are no other sources of light. Where there are no other sources of light, so I can see the sky.
Yeah, so I can see the sky clearly, and I think in my in where I live, I think the field next to my house is the best place, and especially in the summer, the weather is so um, so comfortable, so I can enjoy the weather and um, watch the moon and the stars.
The moon, yes.
The moon.
Watch the
The
moon
moon.
and
The stars in the sky.
stars and the sky, I see. Alright, Miss Na's back. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so let's talk about sky and stars now. So do you like to look at the sky, Miss Na?
Yes. I really like look at the
I
sky.
really like to look at. Yes.
Yeah, I really like to look at the sky at the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning, because in the morning I can the sky. There are few cloud. There are few cloud, so the sky really clear. Uh, I feel more comfortable and more energetic.
More comfortable and more energetic, I see. I see. Now, so Miss Na, please, do you prefer the sky in the morning or the sky at night?
Actually, I prefer I prefer look at sky at
I
night.
prefer looking at the sky at night.
Night.
Or you can say I prefer to look at the sky at night.
Because at that time I can see the star clearly.
Clearly, I can see the star clearly.
Yes. Sometimes I can see the flight.
Oh, you can see airplane, right? Aeroplane.
Yes. Yes.
We call them aeroplane, UK, and you can say airplane in US. So because IELTS is quite UK, so I think it's better to say aeroplane. So I can see aeroplanes sometimes at where I live.
Yes.
Do you live near to Tân Sơn Nhất Airport in Ho Chi Minh City?
No, I live far from Tân Sơn Nhất
Airport. I see, but you can sometimes see airplanes, right?
Yes, because
I see.
because the place I live, like urban, so I can see airplane clearly.
You can see airplane clearly, I see. Now, so Mr. Yoon, please, would you like to travel to outer space?
I think no, because I'm quite scared.
What are you scared of?
Yeah, I'm quite scared about
No, scare off.
scared
You're
of
scared
uh,
of.
scared of how can I say from the dark
You mean you're
and
scared of the darkness, right?
yes, I'm scared of the darkness and some case of future accidents and this caused me
What
to
kind of
death
accident are you talking about?
like and of oxygen maybe food
Food
uh,
shortages? No.
yes
Food
and
shortage? Food shortages? Những sự
yes
mà thiếu
sự
lương
thiếu
thực.
hụt and maybe it's about oxygen.
Yeah, it's like insufficient amount of oxygen. So when you don't have enough oxygen anymore, I see. Right. How about you, Miss Kimian? Would you like to travel to outer space? Like, let's say that if you have all of these things covered, like if you have food and you have oxygen to breathe, would you like to travel to outer space?
Yeah. I think I don't want to travel to outer space because I don't want to go to a place that I don't know much. Um, and I and and that make me feel nervous and uh, nervous and
Nervous and scared. Maybe nervous and terrified because
yeah,
of the unknown, vì những thứ mà mình không biết. Terrified.
yeah,
It
yeah,
makes
and
me feel terrified because of the unknown. Bởi vì những điều không biết. Because of the unknown.
yeah, and maybe there are damaged creature out there can
You mean
attack.
dangerous creature. Maybe there
Yeah,
are dangerous
dangerous
creatures out there.
creature out there can attack us.
Of course, can attack us. Now, so how about you, Miss Nat? Can you imagine what it would be like to travel to outer space? Like, think about if you could travel to outer space. Can you imagine what it would be like?
Yes. If I travel to outer space, I think I will experience weightlessness.
Weightlessness, yes. You will be able to experience weightlessness.
Yes. And I think I can see the Earth.
See the Earth from space.
Yes. And other planets. Uh, and maybe I can see con tàu vũ trụ là gì thầy nhỉ? Quên mất rồi.
Spacecraft. I can see spacecraft.
Yes.
Spacecraft. Or we can say space shuttle.
Yeah. Or I can
Yes.
and the thing I like most if I have a chance to travel outer space, I can learn the skill to survive
To survive
in other environment.
I see. To
And
survive in the other environment. I see. Like for example, if you have a skill to learn, it's a skill to. If you have to learn a skill, it's to grow crops. Trồng các vụ mùa. To grow crops on space. To be able to sustain life. Để kéo dài sự sống, to sustain life. To grow crops. Those are the most important skill to learn.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so Miss Tuna, what else is there on outer space? We learned about space before. So, of course, traveling to space is expensive.
Right.
Of course, it's still very expensive these days.
Yeah.
And a normal person might have to work so hard until his retirement to maybe land a ticket to outer space. But it's still very expensive, like $10 million, maybe more than that. Now, let's talk about part 2 and part 3 now. Let's go to part 2, part 3 now. Try 44, I think. Okay, let's try this one. Describe a time when you ate something for the first time. Oh, I think I should move this thing up there so you can see it easier. I'll just move this one here so you can see things easier. There you go, perfect. Right. Okay, let's do 44 now. Describe a time when you ate something for the first time. So it means you have not eaten it, you have not tried that food before. Miêu tả một cái thời điểm, một thời điểm mà các bạn ăn cái gì đó lần đầu tiên trong đời. You should say what you ate, các bạn đã ăn gì. When you ate it, các bạn đã ăn nó lúc nào, khi nào. Where you were, lúc đó các bạn ở đâu. And explain how you felt about it. Sorry. Và giải thích là các bạn cảm thấy thế nào về điều đó. I think I need to cover the part up there more because I'm sitting right below the AC, you know, and I have to cover it with papers and glue and super glue. All right, and you have part 3 of cooking and food. So what kinds of foreign food are popular in your country? Có những loại đồ ăn ở nước ngoài nào nó rất là được nhiều người biết tới và được nhiều người sử dụng ở đất nước của các bạn. Like think about Korean food, French food, Chinese, Japanese food, German food, Russian food, Turkish. Like kebab is actually Turkish. Think about other type of food like Malaysian food, Indonesian food, Laos, Cambodian food, something like that. Because we are in Vietnam now. Yeah. So you need to talk about the kinds of foreign food which are popular in your country and maybe try to explain it. Why are they popular? You should try to explain that. Try to explain further, like why are they popular? Tại sao chúng lại là được nhiều người sử dụng như thế? Think about the fact that what's the taste like? Cái vị như thế nào? It tastes like what? What's the taste like? And is it expensive? Is it easy to cook? Is it very practical food? Nó có phải là thứ lương thực mà gọi là hợp lý và chỉ practical là chỉ ta hữu dụng thôi. No, in this case not hữu dụng. Practical food means like the food that you eat it and it doesn't take much time to cook, it doesn't take much time to eat either, and it's very nutritious. It ticks all the boxes. It ticks all the boxes. Nó giống như là nó lấp đầy được tất cả những cái yêu cầu, những cái hợp đó, tức là những cái yêu cầu của con người. It ticks all the boxes. Hữu dụng đi. Okay, let's just say. Alright. You should try to explain why the food is popular. Like for example, why Chinese food is popular in Vietnam, for example. because maybe it's easy to eat, maybe, and it's delicious. Think about maybe why is Japanese and Korean food so popular in Vietnam? Maybe because of the crunchiness. Because is it crunchy? Nó có giòn tan trong miệng hay không? Is it crunchy? The crunchiness. Is it bitter? No, sorry. Is it spicy? Is it very delicious? Is it very oily? Có dầu mỡ nhiều hay không? Is it very aromatic? Nhiều mùi hương, mùi vị. Is it very aromatic, for example? Okay, next question. What are young people's opinions on new food? How about old people? Cái nhận định của người trẻ về những thức ăn mới như thế nào? Vậy thì về những người già thì như thế nào? Vậy của những người già như thế nào? It means like, how do young and old people see new food? Are they willing to try it? Họ có sẵn sàng thử nó hay không? And the food, of course, it's linked with the culture and the people of that country too. So it depends on the relation between countries. Cái thức ăn này đương nhiên nó sẽ liên quan đến cái văn hóa và cái con người của cái đất nước đó, thì nó tùy thuộc vào cái mối quan hệ giữa cái đất nước với nhau. Con người ta nghĩ gì về nhau thì người ta sẽ thích nó hơn hay là ghét nó hơn. So it depends on the relation between countries. People can hate this food because they hate those people, or they can love that food so much because they love those people, or something like that. And I think you should talk about whether the food is widely accepted. It's widely accepted. Được chấp nhận một cách rộng rãi. It's widely accepted because of some other reasons. Có bất kỳ lý do nào khác hay không? Like, think about why Korean food is so popular in Vietnam. Maybe because of K-pop culture. Văn hóa K-pop chẳng hạn. Because of the music, because of the all the cartoons, the movies, dramas, K-pop dramas, you know, K-dramas, Korean dramas. So of course it introduces other countries to the food itself, you know. And it also plays a role in popularizing the food. Cũng đóng một vai trò trong chuyện mà làm cho nó trở nên là được nhiều người sử dụng hơn, được nhiều người mà thích hơn. Next question. Should teachers and parents teach children how to cook? Các bậc cha mẹ và các thầy cô giáo có nên dạy cho nhỏ cách nấu ăn hay không? Think about why you have to learn how to cook. When will you need to use that skill? Khi nào cần sử dụng cái kỹ năng nấu ăn đó và tại sao phải học cái đó? Nó là một kỹ năng sống còn đó nha, thiệt sự luôn. Cooking is like a survival skill.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think so.
It is a survival skill, yes. Because think about if you go to another country, nobody will cook for you, right?
Yeah.
And you have to say no. Nobody will cook for you, right?
No.
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 No. Nobody will cook for you. No. So you have to cook for yourself. And if you don't know really how to cook, you can starve. Đói phải không nào? Chịu đói phải không nào? And or you have to spend a lot of money to eat out. Phải dùng rất nhiều tiền để mà ăn ngoài. And of course, eating out is not that hygienic. It's not so hygienic. So it's not so clean. The food is not so clean out there. And it's not very healthy. Let's talk about unhealthy food, unhygienic food. And also, besides from the health reason and the economic reason, ngoài lý do sức khỏe và kinh tế ra, knowing how to cook basically teaches people how to take better care of themselves, you know. Con người ta sẽ biết cách để mà take care bản thân họ tốt hơn như hạn. Biết cách chăm sóc bản thân tốt hơn. Yep. And so it is a part of... Sorry, who's calling?
Oh.
I think I don't know why some friend called me right now. Okay. Now, never mind that. Okay, what did I talk about? Okay, so cooking is actually part of how someone can become more independent, you know. So it's important to learn that skill to become an independent individuals who can take care, who can support themselves in the future. Cái chuyện nấu ăn nó là một cái phần rất quan trọng trong chuyện biến một cái người trở nên là độc lập hơn và xây dựng một cái cá nhân mà không phụ thuộc người khác trong tương lai, you know. And of course, an independent person is much more likely to succeed. Một người độc lập đương nhiên sẽ có khả năng thành công nhiều so với những người mà bị phụ thuộc. Alright, next. Why do people like their local food? Tại sao con người ta lại thích những đồ ăn địa phương của họ? Think about the fact that why Vietnamese people just eat a lot of Vietnamese food. Think about the money reason, of course, financial reason. Local food, of course, the ingredients are available at a very cheap price or relatively affordable price. So, local food are most of the time much more expensive, much more cheaper than foreign food. Do giá thành nguyên liệu nha. Cho nên đương nhiên là cái thực phẩm địa phương gần như lúc nào nó cũng sẽ rẻ hơn là đồ ăn ngoại nhập. Think about the taste. People have been accustomed to those kinds of food for a long time. Con người ta đã quen thuộc, quá quen thuộc. Have been accustomed means have been familiarized. Have been so familiar with that kind of food for a long time. So trying a new taste is something that they don't really want to try, right? What I really want to do. Con người ta đã quá quen cái vị đó rồi, cho nên nhiều khi ta không muốn thử những cái vị mới đâu. So in a way, what I mean is, it's part of the fear of changes. Cái nỗi sợ của những sự thay đổi. Con người ta ai cũng có nỗi sợ này đó. Think about the taste, of course. Food, like I said, it's part of the culture. It's linked with the culture and the people. So local people, of course, were born and raised with local food. So of course they are much more likely to like their own local food than foreign food, you know. Cái người đến địa phương đương nhiên là họ được sinh ra và được nuôi nấng dựa vào những đồ ăn địa phương đó. Thì đương nhiên là họ sẽ có rất là có nhiều khả năng là họ sẽ lựa chọn, họ rất là thích những cái đồ ăn địa phương đó và họ sẽ không thích những đồ ăn nước ngoài chẳng hạn. Okay, think about those things. Alright, you have 2 minutes to think now. 2 phút bắt đầu. Okay, let's do this one now. Mr. Yoon, can you describe a time when you ate something for the first time? Past tense, please. Careful.
Okay, so for a long time ago,
Please be clear.
A long time ago, I first ate sushi from a store in Vietnam.
So you ate sushi a long time ago.
So that's the first time I've
That was the first time you tried that, right?
Yeah, first time I tried something from Japan's. I have never gọi là gì nhỉ? Gọi là từng đụng vào ấy thầy,
That I used
từng
to
từng từng tiếp xúc vào trong cái văn hóa ở nước khác.
that I used to come into contact with.
Yeah,
I
so I
used to come into contact with. Đó, tôi từng là tiếp xúc trong các văn hóa khác. I used to come into contact with in another culture.
So it's the first time I used to come.
This was the first time I came into contact with.
I came into contact with Japan culture, and so I ate octopus sushi. It's quite delicious, and it's
Hopefully the octopus is not raw. Hopefully it was well cooked.
I don't remember. It's well cooked or raw, but
of course
it's
it was
quite
well cooked.
delicious.
Otherwise, the octopus will keep moving inside your mouth. Ugh.
I think it's fine.
I think it's disgusting. Sorry.
It's just the neuron in the octopus meat is still alive, so it's still moving.
Yeah, but it can kill you if it gets stuck inside of your throat.
I didn't notice that, but I remember it is raw, not well cooked, so it's quite delicious somehow, and so that's how I first ate sushi, and actually sushi is really good until now. That's all.
Interesting. Now, so tell me, Miss Kimian, please, can you describe a time when you ate something for the first time?
Yes.
A
month.
Khi tôi ăn hành lần đầu tiên.
A month ago, I came back home, and my mom is durian lover. So
Durian.
yeah, durian lover. Yes. And I cannot bear their smell.
The smell of durian, right?
Yes. So she asked me to try some, but so yeah, I already tried with thinking that maybe I will love it like everybody did. So I tried one, but at the time I cannot smell. I could not smell it smell. So
I hold my endure its smell. You mean không thể nào chịu được cái mùi?
Yes, I cannot endure.
Endure its smell. I can endure its smell, so I
so I hold my breath when I try it.
So I held my breath
when I try it. And I feel it's quite normal, like some sweet, a little bit sweet and fat, and its smell is still terrible. Yes.
Of course, it was still terrible.
So I decided that I shouldn't try it one more time. Yes. And I cannot. It's still not my favorite. My favorite food.
It was not my. It wasn't It wasn't my
It
cup of
wasn't
tea.
my-
Nó không phải tách trà của tôi. It wasn't my cup of tea. It means like it wasn't my favorite food at all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Không phải tách trà của tôi. It wasn't my cup of tea. You should use this one. But it wasn't my cup of tea. It wasn't my cup of tea. Nó không phải tách trà của tôi. It wasn't my cup of tea. Let's just try that. Now, Ms. Na, your turn, please. Describe a time when you ate something for the first time.
Yes. On Christmas previous year, I went with my coworker to beef steak restaurant.
Sorry? Beef steak.
Yes,
A
beef
beef
steak
steak. A beef steak. A beef steak. A beef steak. Restaurant.
restaurant at District 1 of Ho Chi Minh City.
El Gocha.
What?
There's a name. El Gocha, I think.
No, Eddie's.
Eddie's. I know Eddie's. Eddie's American, isn't it?
Yes.
It's American, I think.
Yes. At that time, although I live in
I
Ho
loved
Chi Minh.
near.
Yeah, I live in Ho Chi Minh City for a long time, but I however it that time I choose a medium rare for my beef steak.
Okay.
Because because I choose medium rare, so the beef was so soft,
Oh, it was so soft, I see.
yeah, and sweet because the fresh ingredient.
Because of the fresh ingredient, I see.
Yes, and I feel a bit salt. Một ít cảm giác nó hơi mặn mặn á, của
I
muối
feel
này.
a bit soft. Oh, I see.
Yes, I feel I smell the rosemary.
Rosemary. It smelled
Yeah.
rosemary.
Butter and garlic.
It
They
smelled rosemary.
yes,
Yes.
they were mixed together, create a perfect taste.
Combination, a blend. A perfect blend. Một cái sự trộn lẫn hoàn hảo. A perfect blend.
Yeah, like Master Chef
Like a
described
master
the TV.
chef. Giống như là vua đầu bếp in Master Chef.
Yes.
Alright. And I felt...
Yes, em tưởng theo xong rồi đó.
Oh, it's good. Now, okay, let's do part 3 of food and cooking. Mr. Yoon, please. So what kinds of foreign food are popular in your country then?
So I think most of them are Japanese food, Korean food, and American food, because those foods is really popular. You can find everywhere on street or maybe restaurant, in the mall.
In the
So-
mall, yes.
Yes, in the mall. So the American food is popular everywhere in the world. So obviously it's appear in Vietnam, and Korean food and Japanese food is, I think, is related farms. It's like
It's related, of course, they are related because the two countries are next to each other.
Yes, and is how can I say? And it's come Vietnam from the K-pop,
Through the K-pop culture, through K-pop
from the
music,
K-pop culture,
dramas.
from the animation culture, and from the animation culture of Japan. the knowledge and the how they and how the people around the world thinking about Japanese food is delicious and Korean too. And there's a little bit restaurant you is appear is from Chinese because it's for a long
China. It
time
appeared from
the
China.
Chinese culture
From the Chinese culture, yes.
is thấm quần kiểu nó thấm quần vào trong cái truyền
It's
thống của nó.
embodied. Embodied means like nó thấm vào luôn, nó giống như là nó quyện, nó cuộn vào, nó quyện vào luôn cái văn hóa luôn đó. Embodied into the Vietnamese culture somehow.
So it embodies into Vietnamese culture
But
too.
okay, check this word out, okay? Because it was a long time ago that I used this word. These are too advanced, I think. Embodied.
Oh.
Check this word out later. I think it's better to say to use phrasal verbs. Thầy nghĩ tốt hơn hết là dùng phrasal verb nó ổn hơn á. Nhưng mấy cái từ nó nghe nó phức tạp quá, mình rất là dễ xài sai nha. Just be careful with these words. I think phrasal verbs are much easier to use. It's better to say that. So throughout history, countries influence each other on their cuisine and culture. So it is common that they have similar food. Okay, so Miss Natalie, so what do you think? Why are foreign food popular in Vietnam? What do you think?
I think in my opinion, I think Chinese food is popular in my country. Because I think a lot of Chinese people live and work at Vietnam. So to adapt their demand.
To adapt to their demand.
Yeah, to adapt to their demand. The seller supply their Chinese food to sell them. The other reason, I think in history, the Chinese invaded Vietnam.
The Chinese invaded Vietnam and
they
invaded and they occupied. Nó chỉ nó xâm lấn rồi nó còn đô hộ. Okay. So
they
invaded and occupied a country.
Yeah.
They invaded and they occupied a country for 1,000 years.
A long time, around 1,000 years. So I think it affected on the person. Affected on my affected on Vietnamese custom.
Cuisine. It's like cuisine. It's a cuisine. It's a French word that English borrow, you know.
Yeah.
Tiếng Pháp này. Cuisine.
Vietnamese cuisine. Yes, I think they are the reason Chinese food popular in Vietnam.
I see. So Miss Kim In, please. So what are young people's opinions on new food? And how about the old people?
I think young people have open mind than old people.
Approach, you mean?
Sorry?
Have an open-minded approach.
Yeah, open-minded approach. Than old people in all aspect. And for new food,
well, I think most aspect, not all. I think most aspects, not all.
Most.
Yeah. In
Because
most
I know
aspects.
some old
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
they
yeah.
are quite open-minded too, but then some young people, they are really conservative. Oh, not
Okay.
everyone's like that, you know?
Okay. In most aspects. For new food to young people is easy. It's more easy to try
It's
or
more
to.
easy for young people to.
It is more easy to young people to.
It's more easy for young people to accept new influences, new food, and cultures.
Yes. It's more easy for young people to accept new influence influences food and cultures. Um, and young people always curious about the news, so they are willing to try um, um,
Yes, they are willing to try new
many.
things.
Ý là thử càng nhiều thứ mới mẻ càng tốt ý.
Of course, try new and exciting things, exotic things.
Yes.
Right. But things are not always like what you think. Sometimes we generalize too much. We generalize too much. Chúng ta gọi là vơ đũa cả nắm quá nhiều. Generalize là đại chúng
Yeah.
hóa. Đại chúng generalize là giống như là mình cứ coi như là mọi thứ nó diễn ra theo một cái quy luật chung nào đó. Nó gọi là vơ đũa cả nắm. So we generalize things too much because there are a lot of different types of people in our society, you know.
Yeah, it's like homophobics. You
Like
generalize.
What do you
The
mean
general.
homophobic?
Oh, it's like
The people who hate gay people?
Yeah, that's right.
What about them?
Yeah, they really generalize gays people like it's girlies,
It's
feminist.
girly, of course it's gay. Oh dear.
Yeah, and I think so. Like my chemistry teacher, I hate her.
Oh my god. If she teaches chemistry and she's not open-minded, oh my god.
Yeah, she old now.
I
She
feel
just
bad
like
for you guys.
boomer.
I feel bad.
She just
If a
like
teacher is
boomer.
not open-minded, I feel bad for you guys. Really.
Yeah.
Nếu một người nhà giáo viên mà cái đầu óc suy nghĩ không thoáng á, suy nghĩ quá bảo thủ á, thiệt sự đúng nghĩa luôn á, tội nghiệp các học sinh lắm luôn á. Yeah. Because basically the whole point of education is to teach people how to think in the right way, how to think, how to solve problems, how to survive better, how to make life better. Not to know more and more knowledge, you know. Cái point, cái điểm chính của giáo dục là gì? Cái mục tiêu chính của giáo dục là gì? Không phải là để nhét cho nhiều kiến thức đâu, no. Nó là để giúp các bạn học cách để suy nghĩ, học cách giải quyết vấn đề, học cách sống sót tốt hơn, học cách làm cuộc sống tốt đẹp hơn. Well, it's not about knowing more knowledge. Because people are not Google. You are not a hard disk drive. You don't have to know so many things, you know. Không phải là cái ổ cứng di động mà phải biết nhiều thứ, you know.
Yeah, I just have 2.5 in chemistry. That sucks, but I have to learn again, and my teacher don't fix it.
What happened with her?
Yeah, she said she don't fix it, and I will have 2.5 in my mark until the end of the semester.
The end of the semester, I see. Right. But I think there are many reasons why people are conservative. Because they have so much work to do, they don't have time, they don't have the energy and resources to think of new things. Okay, let's stay focused now. So, Miss Na, please. So, should teachers and parents teach children how to cook?
Yeah, I totally. Teacher and parent should teach children how to cook because I think this is a survival skill. Um, in case the parent um, don't live don't live home, they can cook some easier dishes to serve themselves. Yes. Um, and I think um, if children know cook
Know how to cook, know how to cook.
know how to cook, they can learn independent.
Independent thinking skill, you mean?
Yeah, independent thinking skill and improve là cái kỹ năng khéo léo là gì thế?
Improve their tactfulness. They can improve their tactfulness. Let me check this word later. Can you check this word for me? So khéo léo is a tactfulness.
Tactfulness skill. For
is that a word? You have to check like in the dictionary. Can you?
Wait a minute.
For me? Sorry.
Fine.
Có từ này không?
Mất đi.
And besides, I think if they know how to cook, they can understand their understand their struggle when their mother or
No, there's nothing called tactfulness. I think they can learn tact. Basically, now is a tact. So khéo léo. So basically, tact is a noun. So khéo léo, and adjective is tactful.
Tactful. I think I find it's tactfulness already.
Oh, where can you find it? Where can you find it?
I find it on Cambridge Dictionary too.
You found it here? Tactful.
Yeah. So I'm just.
It's not even in here, you know.
Oh.
Weird.
I don't know how.
Some dictionaries, it's weird. I know. Maybe find it on Oxford. Can you find an Oxford dictionary?
Haven't.
Yeah, give me Oxford. Is it there?
Wait a minute.
Well, wait. Right. So we were talking about tactfulness. Tact. Let's just say tact, okay? Because tactfulness is weird. Tact is a noun that has the meaning you want already. Tact. Cái từ tact nó vốn nó có cái nghĩa là sự khéo léo rồi. So what did we talk about? So we were talking about how to cook and learn how to have tact, to develop tact, and to be tactful. Yes, please continue.
Yes, and besides, I think if they know how to cook, they can appreciate parent hard work. A parent.
Okay, the hard work of parents, I see. Right, it also cultivates the independence of people too. So what do you think, Ms. Ian? Should parents and teachers teach children how to cook? I mean, teachers and parents.
Yes, I think parents and teachers should teach their children how to cook, because this is a necessary skill.
Necessary.
Necessary.
It's a necessary
skill. Nowadays, parents are more busy to work, and they don't have time to take care of their children and cook for their children. Children have more chance to learn far from home, so they have to know they have to know how to cook to take care of their self, take care of themselves, to ensure they have a good health, um, they have a good health.
And
Yes, I think so.
Alright, good. So, Miss Ian, please, why do people like their local food? What do you think?
I think because they grow up with
They grew up because people grew up with.
They grew up with their local food, so the taste is it's becomes something really familiar with them, um, and uh, they feel like easy to eat this food than other food. And one reason I think maybe local food, their local food is gắn liền là cái gì thế?
It's linked with.
Yeah,
it's closely linked with the local food. I think the local food is closely linked with their childhood or something like that.
Yes.
Mối liên kết chặt chẽ với cái tuổi thơ của họ. It's closely linked with their linked to, I think, closely linked with or linked to their childhood and their culture. And the experiences, những trải nghiệm của họ.
Yes, and maybe someone in their family usually cook for them that local food, so they may eat this food to memorize about that person. Yeah.
No, we don't eat food to memorize about someone. We eat food to remind ourselves about something in the past. Dùng chữ remind mới đúng nha. People eat food, so people eat food to remind themselves of their home, their family, and the past.
Yes.
Người ta ăn đồ ăn để mà nhắc cho bản thân họ, nhắc lại cho ai đó thì là remind. Remind themselves of their home, their family, and the past. Yes. Alright. Now, so let's go on to part 2 now. We have half an hour left. Let's do 55. 55, yeah. Describe a magazine that you like. Miêu tả một cái tạp chí, magazine that you like. Miêu tả một cái tạp chí mà các bạn thích. You should say what the magazine is. Tạp chí là tạp chí gì vậy? When you started reading this magazine. Khi nào các bạn đã bắt đầu đọc cái tạp chí này? What the content is. Cái nội dung cái tạp chí này là nội dung gì? And explain why you like this magazine. Giải thích tại sao bạn thích cái tạp chí này. Alright, it should be easy. And then the next one should be something you bought recently that made you happy. It's 54. Okay, let's do 55 first. Describe a magazine that you like. Okay. 1 minute, please. Just a minute. I'll give you 1 minute. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Let's describe a magazine that you like. Now, Miss Nat, please be the first.
Well, the magazine I like most is economic magazine. I mean, the online magazine. I started reading this when I start working at the bank. Um, the content include it lists the new week the highlight during a day, like price the house, interest, foreign exchange, the policy over the world, and so on. And the reason I like this magazine is because it serves to my job.
It serves to? What do you mean it serves to?
Phục vụ cho công việc.
Because it serves my job. Không có serve
Yeah.
to nha.
Yeah,
Because it serves
my
the requirement. Let's just say it serves the requirement.
Yeah.
The requirements of my job. Nó phục vụ cho những cái đòi hỏi công việc của tôi. It serves the requirements of my job.
It serves the requirements of my job, and I can update new daily news, avoid backward. Yeah, em là lạc hậu quá thầy.
Well,
Tránh
otherwise I'll will feel obsolete. No, obsolete is used for objects. Obsolete là lỗi thời dùng cho cái đồ vật. Otherwise I'll feel left behind. To feel left behind in technology. Cảm thấy như bị bỏ rơi đằng sau về công nghệ. To feel left behind in technology. Or feel outdated. Bị cảm thấy như hết đát vậy đó, bị outdated. To feel outdated.
Yeah, avoid be outdated, and I can have chance to invest something like stock or real estate to improve my income.
To improve my income, I say.
Yeah, this is the reason I
improve my income so I can pay Mr. John for my lessons. Okay, good idea. Yeah.
I just I just give you
an example.
Yes.
Just an example.
Yes.
A very salty example.
Task.
A very salty but realistic example.
Yeah.
Một ví dụ khá mạnh nhưng realistic. Okay, so Mr. Young, please, can you describe a magazine that you like?
So it's a magazine that I see online. It's called web magazine, and I usually read manga magazines from Japan. It's expensive, but I really like it. So I'm usually read manga, updated mangas on it from a lot of how can I say comic writer or comic troll. And it's quite a lot, but sometimes it's helped me in some drawings, and that's why I quite like this magazine.
That's why I liked it. Like the magazine. Okay, I see. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, good enough because it's within 1 minute. and 2 minutes is fine. If it's less than 1 minute, then I have to ask you a question to make it longer. But I think it's good enough. Now, Miss Ian, please, can you describe a magazine that you like?
Yes. In the last year, I quite interested
Quite
interested about
interested in
about house. So I
So I'm
search
quite interested in homes, right? Home decor, like house decoration, isn't it?
I mean kind of house.
I'm quite interested in types of houses. Những loại
And
nhà khác nhau, type of houses.
type of houses and furniture and furniture. So I search many sources to find information. One of them is house house magazine.
Magazine.
Yes, house
Of course,
magazine.
house magazine. Yes.
Yeah, it's always update the trend of house in the world and um, how to decorate your home, your house. Um, yeah, so I really like this magazine because
This
I
magazine because
I can update uh, model of house
model of houses.
model of houses and um, um, it provide very 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 much what cái gì advice about how to build our house or how to arrange your furniture
How to
to
arrange your
look
furniture.
yeah to make it look good. Yes.
Right, I see. Now let's move on to 54 because I think this part 2 actually quite easy, isn't it? But part 3 is the part 3 that is more difficult. Now let's describe something you bought recently that made you happy. Miêu tả cái gì đó các bạn đã mua gần đây mà nó đã làm cho các bạn hạnh phúc vui vẻ. You should say what it is, món gì vậy, mình mua cái gì vậy, why you bought it, tại sao các bạn lại mua nó, how you chose it, là thế nào các bạn đã chọn nó, explain why it made you happy, giải thích tại sao nó làm các bạn vui vẻ, hạnh phúc. 1 minute please. Describe something you bought recently that made you happy. Miss Ian, you first please.
Yeah, yes. I have an old computer. So when I yeah, I mean laptop. Yeah, I have an old laptop. Yes. So it's quite quite not it's not professionally when I work on it. It takes a long time to open a software, so I decided to buy new one to serve my job and my study. Um, yeah, so I already had to uh, read read a lot of information about technical data to choose one suitable
To choose one suitable laptop for my case, for me. Yes.
Yeah.
Chọn một cái phù hợp cho trường hợp của tôi.
Yes. So finally, I choose I chose one, and When từ khi mua nó nói nào thầy?
Since I bought it.
Yeah, since I bought it, my job, my job, I work and so I have more time to relax. So
I think the net is
the
getting
mood
really bad.
is
I think the internet is
better.
getting really bad now. Okay, can you try that sentence again? My net has been bad, I think. Can you try that sentence again?
Oh, okay. Since I bought that laptop, I work more efficiently. So I have more time to relax.
More
That make
time to relax.
my mood better. Yes, that make my mood is better. So
That makes my
why
mood
I
better.
yes, that why I happy. I am happier when I bought that laptop. Yes.
Right, I see. Now, Miss Naples, can you describe something you bought recently that made you happy?
Yeah. Recently, I bought a washer,
Sorry?
a dishwasher.
A
Dishwasher.
dishwasher, you mean?
Yes,
Maybe
dishwasher.
it's a
Yes,
dishwasher.
like a gift for my mother.
Oh,
Yes.
perfect gift.
Yeah. The yearly, I often bought
I
something.
often buy. I often buy.
I
Or
often buy
did you say
something
something in the past?
to thank to my mother. And I remember my mother used to say she really interested
In.
it. And finally, I choose buy a
I chose past tense. I finally chose. So
yeah
finally I chose.
yeah. So finally, I chose uh bought um dishwasher for her.
There you go.
Um, because the reason it made me so happy because my family there are because there are many people in my family, so my mother spent much time to do it, uh, and now when she have uh, dishwasher, she normally spend time doing it, especially winter. It's so
What?
cold.
Especially in winter when it's cold.
Yes. Uh, I see my mother so hard work.
So what?
Vất vả thầy.
Ah, I
Or
see. I see my mother. So working so much or being too hard working,
Yeah.
or
Um, yes.
I see that
Yeah.
my mother had to work so hard. So
So when have it, she really happy.
she was really happy to have it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is the reason I happy too.
Of course, there's a reason why you're happy too.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, Mr. Yun, please.
yes. So as so I usually pour was a bottle of tea. It's like a liter of tea is great lemon teas because I'm usually drink it. I love it,
You
and
like
it's
lemon tea?
yes, and it gives me a lot of energy when
Of
I
course, a lot
running
of energy.
deadline. Uh, doing my homework until the next day. So that lemon tea bottles with is really useful, and I really love it. It's like
Mm.
some things that I
I like
drink
it
it.
too. I mean, the taste of lemon tea is actually, uh, it's really good too. But it has to be
Yeah.
real lemon, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those are just artificial flavors. Those are not real lemon, unfortunately. You know it, no?
Yeah, and I usually drink tea, so it's not really make me sleepy anymore.
Well, good then. Right.
Bro.
So that's why it made me happy.
Yeah.
Maybe try matcha green tea or something stronger. Okay. Now I think maybe try another one, shall we? Let's try 53. Describe something that you cherish. You know the word cherish? Cherish means you think about it, you talk about it with a lot of joy and pride, and you respect it a lot. Ca tụng, miêu tả cái gì đó mà các bạn ca tụng nó tức là các bạn nói về nó với một cái sự mà tôn trọng và một cái sự rất hào hứng và rất thích nó, mình tôn trọng nó lắm, mình thích nó lắm, mình ca tụng nó lắm. Describe something that you cherish. You should say what it is. Đó là cái gì mà mình ca tụng nó vậy. Who is it from? Điều đó đến từ đâu? When you got it, các bạn có được cái điều đó lúc nào? And explain why you cherished it. Cherish it. Giải thích tại sao các bạn lại ca tụng nó. Cherish it. Alright. This one is a difficult one, to be honest.
Yes, I have no idea.
You cherish something, which means if you cherish, let's say a relationship, mình ca tụng một mối quan hệ chẳng hạn, quan hệ tốt đẹp chẳng hạn, or you cherish, let's say an object that you bought that made you feel really good about it. Một cái vật dụng mình mua mình cảm thấy thích lắm luôn chẳng hạn, mình sẽ ca tụng nó. If you cherish something, an object, it must be really good, or it's really meaningful to you. Nó đang một cái ý nghĩa nào đó với các bạn rất là nhiều, meaningful. Or there are a lot of memories with it, good memory or bad memory. I think mostly good memories. Nó sẽ đem đến một cái ký ức mà tốt đẹp nào đó. It can be about a person that you cherished, but this one is something that you cherish. And then look at the hint. They say when you got it, who's it from, what is it? So it must be an object then. Cái câu này là nhìn vào cái hint. You should say, các bạn biết rồi, nó là một cái vật dụng chứ không phải con người. So you know that 53 it's about not a person, it's an object. So if you mention a human relationship, then sorry, it's wrong. You have to say that it's an object, okay? Coi chừng lạc đề nha, cái đề này không nói về con người nha. Một cái gì đó mà các bạn ca tụng. Nhưng mà nhìn vào cái hình này các bạn thấy nè, nó nói là các bạn có nó lúc nào, cái đó đến từ đâu, tại sao các bạn ca tụng nó, thì nó giống như là nó đòi hỏi mình phải miêu tả một cái đồ vật gì đó, nên nói về con người là lạc đề nha. Be careful, do not talk about human topic, I think, because you don't want to go out of topic, do you? Okay, maybe an object. Alright, 2 minutes please.
Vậy thì cái đề bài 53 này thì em thấy nó giống với 54 rồi đúng không thầy?
You think 53 here looks like 54?
Dạ, tại vì em thấy nó xem nhau.
Well, 54 is something that you bought recently. It made you happy, but happy is not enough. Because if you cherish it, it must be something really meaningful to you for a long term. It's not just happy for a short term, okay? It made you think about it for a long time. It has it has a deep meaning. It has basically something that you really want to talk about for a long time. It's not just short term, okay? Cái gì đó mà mình ca tụng, mình thích nó lắm trong thời gian lâu dài, hoặc là mình suy nghĩ về nó một thời gian rất là lâu dài. Còn cái bên dưới này chỉ là mua nó làm cho mình hạnh phúc vui vẻ một thời gian ngắn mà thôi. You know. So 54 is like short term, 53 is like you like it so much you cherish it for a long time, you know. Okay, try it now, Miss Kimian, please. Can you describe something that you cherish?
Yes. I'm a big fan of music, so I love to
sure. Music.
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 So and music.
I'm a big fan of music.
Yes. I'm a big fan of music, and I usually listen loud music, but of course it's not too loud to bother others.
Shouldn't be too loud.
So I yes. So I decided to buy a speaker. Um, and
Oh, I'm buying a speaker
I
tomorrow too.
so I went to store near my house to buy one. And I found one. It's quite small, so that I can put it in my pocket. Yes, to move everywhere.
To
Mm,
move everywhere, I see.
and yeah, and the cái volume
Sorry?
cái âm lượng nhỉ?
The volume. The volume.
Yeah, the volume. The volume is quite loud. Um, it's the same with uh, it's the same to bigger speaker. And
It's the same with bigger speakers
the
and
yes, and the music is so good. So it's I always bring it when I travel or camping with my friend. It help my it help the atmosphere is better.
it
Yeah.
helps the
So
atmosphere better. So,
yes. So that why I really love that speaker.
well, hopefully the speaker I buy tomorrow will be give me the same feeling because
Yes.
I'm buying a speaker for my digital piano and my digital drum set
Mhm.
tomorrow. So it's a lot of money. Hopefully my students pay me soon. Okay, now Mr. Yun, please. Can you describe something that you cherish?
Okay, so it's a ticket. Yes, I have. When I went to festival, anime festival, and the reason why I curious is because it were a terrible nightmare for me.
Oh, what's the problem?
Is accidentally on that day, there's a lot of people there, so I struggling. I'm really struggling
I
to
was
have.
struggling, so I was struggling.
I'm struggling to having that ticket and gone inside, but gone inside is still another.
Guy, that guy.
No,
IELTS, come
gone,
on.
gone inside,
And
gone
I
inside.
and then I went inside.
I went inside, and it was another disaster.
Ah,
So
terrible.
that's why that ticket is a part of my memories.
Oh, I see. That's a part
Twenty,
of your memory, I see.
yeah, as I spent 20 80K for it.
80,000 for a ticket. Well, it's a lot for a person at your age.
Yeah, I know it's quite expensive and it's
It is.
far from here, so that's why it's what memory, memorable.
Well, everything um, before your working age, everything is memorable.
Yeah,
All the memories are beautiful before your working age. So,
just
okay,
remember
so
it.
Miss, yes, of course. When you work a lot, you don't have the energy, anything to worry about, to enjoy life. So basically, they say that after 25, people are dead, but only buried when they are 75 years old. Okay, Miss Nan, please. Can you describe something that you cherish?
Well, I would like um, describe
Well, let's go directly into the question now. So, a thing that I cherish is.
the thing cherish is my shoe. I bought it when I have a bonus at the end of year. Because my work have to move uh, from um, ý là di chuyển nhiều ấy là này.
Have to move a lot.
I have moved a lot, so I feel foot score là đau chân đúng thầy.
Sorry?
Foot score, foot đau chân đó thầy.
So I have foot pain, like pain in my feet, right?
Yeah.
So I had pain in my feet.
Feet.
Feet is plural, you know.
Yeah.
Foot is only singular. So I had pain in my feet.
So I think it is necessary to have a good shoe.
Of course, a good shoe is absolutely vital. Cực kỳ quan trọng luôn á. It's absolutely vital. So that's why they have a saying to put yourself in someone's shoes. Đặt bản thân vào cái gót giày của người khác. Because shoes is so important. Shoe it's like a situation someone is in. Cái giày nó như là cái tình huống mà ai đó đang rơi vào. Shoes basically so important. You have to buy good shoes. So remember. Okay. Now, any question before we end?
Thì em muốn nói cái topic này nhưng mà thật là em không biết giải thích tại sao em lại cherish nó.
You don't know how you want to talk about it, but you don't know why you cherish it.
Yeah, em chỉ cảm thấy là nó không làm em bị đau chân nữa thôi.
Okay, then say it. You feel that it doesn't. So if you feel like it helped with your foot pain, and that's why I cherish it.
Yeah. Tại nó hơi ngắn nên là em thấy cũng
Well, I think you don't necessarily have to cover all what you should say. Không có nhất thiết phải cover hết tất cả những cái you should say nha. Nó chỉ là những cái mà cho mình theo cái sườn thôi, nhưng không nhất thiết phải theo hết nha. You don't necessarily have to follow everything. Any question?
No.
Alright.
Thầy nhưng mà cho em hỏi một chút là cái như là hồi nãy thầy bảo là tụi em đã hay bị nói chung chung quá ấy, là cái topic là cái phần 3 ấy, ý là mình phải nói, ý là mình không nên.
Nói chung là nên tìm cách mở rộng ra. Phần 3 thì nên tìm cách mở rộng ra bằng cách mà mình phản biện lại, nhưng một số người hay nghĩ rằng thế này thế kia, you know. Like in part 3 you need to try to do counter argument. Like for example, some topic in part 3 is controversial. Like you can say some people think like this, but some other people might think different, and you give like different viewpoints. Nói chung mở rộng ra bằng cách mà đưa ra những cái nhận định, những cái cách nhìn nhận khác nhau, or try to provide an example not related to you. Đưa ra những ví dụ không liên quan bản thân. So just to make the whole thing longer, you know. Thật sự cái part 3 nó y chang có cái task 2 thế mà nói ra thôi. Speaking part 3 is just like writing task 2, but this is spoken, you know. Any question?
No.
Okay, then Thursday we should be fixing writing. What's that? Writing task 1, right?
Task 2.
Oh, task 2. I see. Never mind, task 2. We have to do it. Phải làm thì phải làm thôi.
Yeah.
If you have to do it, you have to do it. Okay, I'll see you then. Okay, that's the end of my videos. Please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also press follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này bạn bè các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông kế bên cạnh cái đăng ký kênh đó, để mà các bạn sẽ được thông báo về những video mới nha. Các bạn cũng có thể nhấn vào nút theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình nha. Thank you and see you. Bye.